Welcome to Jack Tar's Journeys, where we make do and mend. In this video I thought I'd do something a little bit different. We've all got hand tools, we all use them, and a lot of us who've used them on sites have now moved over to the off the hand tools and onto the power tools. So we've gone through corded power tools to battery now, and then the batteries are even changing from NiCad to lithium and whatever's next. But we do tend to forget that we've still got all our hand tools and we don't maintain them, or not all of us maintain them. People who use them in a joiner's shop, they use them all the time and they maintain them. A lot of us have got garages or we've got sheds and we put them in there, but they end up as pieces of rust, and then you just don't use them, and when you do take them out you can't be bothered. So why not get them, clean them, true them a bit, and it's not difficult. Today I'm just going to do some planes, some block planes, and let's see how we crack on. But it's literally, you need a piece of glass, just a nice flat piece of glass, some emery paper, if not emery, some wet and dry. You fix that down to it, and then literally, let's go and have a look and I'll show you. So these are my planes after I've given them a quick going over with some emery cloth. As for the video I'm just about to show, they're not brilliant, they are pitted, but then they're not new, and they're not being asked to do cabinet maker joinery. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you think on you need to clean your tools. So a piece of glass, this was what my wife had on a counter. Piece of wet and dry, our block plane. You'll see on it you've got different coloured areas. They're the low spots. This is what you're trying to get rid of. So you want it all to be the same, and then you'll know that it's truly flat. So I'll get a bit of water on this wet and dry, and we'll give it a rub over and see how we get on. Get an old rag and just clean that off a bit. And you can see the areas where it's still a bit low around here, so you just got to keep going. Also there, that looks a bit low, so it's going to take a fair while, so I'll come back when I've done a little bit more. Well, after much toing and throwing and rubbing, and a couple of sheets of paper, we've now got a better, more level base. There's a couple of dinks in it, which that's happened in my toolbox anyway. You're never going to get rid of them, but that's a lot better. It's now straight and square. I've got a couple I need to do, so let me get the other one, which is, this is quite a newer one, I suppose. Now, I don't know what this is like. Let's take this off, make sure it's all clean in here. Get rid of some of that dirt. Right. Yeah, that looks okay. Right, Let's give him a rub. Now I don't know what that's like until we give him a going over. You can see the odd blemishes down this side. It's not overly bad. Right, I'll stick another sheet down. This one's at it. So I've got a clean piece down. I won't put any water on for a sec, and we'll just give this a quick going over. See where we go. Actually not that bad, that one. A little bit of a low piece but back in here by the look of it. Yeah, just there. So some blemishes at the back and this little bit. I don't know whether I'll get rid of that, to be honest with you. I think that's a bit much. Yeah, that's not going to go. The rest of it's flat, so I'm pretty much happy with that. For the sort of work that I get on with, that'll be absolutely fine. But they don't usually come out of the box as good as like a Line Nielsen or something like that. You take them out the box and that's usually perfectly bang on machined. But because they make so many of these, I assume that's plus or minus a couple of thou is what they sort of work to. But it's perfectly ample for the sort of joinery I'm going to be sorting out. If it was cabinet making, no, it's got to be absolutely 100%. To be honest with you, the actual, yeah, that's not too bad. I think that's quite good. Well, I'll leave it at that. I'll get the irons sharpened and put them back in, oil them up a bit and crack on with the next one. Of course, any of your planes you can do the same with. It doesn't have to just be your block planes, so your jacks, etc. Let's give this a go. To just show you any of the little areas that are low. I mean, this is some years old. You can see the pitting, it's scored and pits and all that. They're all low areas. Probably could do with a bit of water and a different piece really. This one's a bit at it. Well, let's give it a go anyway. if nothing else, they'll come up sparkling and they just feel better, work better. You tend to ignore them if they're in your box or you don't use them for some time. And you shouldn't do really. Let's give that a wipe off. Yeah, it's very pitted, but then it's not new. A bit more water, I think. A bit more of the grit up. I also use emery cloth. That's quite good. You stick a piece of it down with some double-sided tape onto the back of your glass, and away you go. Give that a little go off. It's going to take some time, so I shall look back. Yeah. Right, but he's getting there. The problem with taking them to site is over the years they do take a bit of an hiding, and obviously nowadays everything's electric and cordless, so you don't use them so much, but they sit there. They don't get used and you don't take care of them, so I think it's about time I give this one a bit of a go over as well. That's after a couple of minutes of rubbing. Don't take long to come back up a bit. Like I said, it is pitted, but there's not a great deal you can do about that, but he's flat and true enough for certainly for site work. I'll just give the sides a bit of a going over just to bring them back to a little bit of its former glory. So there you go. It's a lot better and a lot shinier than it was. Don't forget your old tools. They do sit there for long periods of time. I'll give these irons a going over now as well. They do sit there for a long time, and what happens if you run out of power or electric goes and you've got something to do? You still need these, so look after them. They'll look after you. Something else I forgot to show you on this one. I don't know if you can quite make it out. It says the correct angle for grinding, and it was a Marples, so it's still got the maker's mark there. But yeah, correct angle for sharpening. You just don't see that sort of thing on in these days. You just don't see it. Well, thought I'd show you it anyway. So you can check your angle. Obviously, if you look there, I hope you can see that. You can see that that's the it's set at the correct angle. That would be the angle that you set to. You can't quite see it. It is correct, but you can check it on that, because once you have set it and all that, you can literally just set it and you can see. I'm trying to do it with the camera. Anyway, that's basically, like I said, you don't get these on modern gear nowadays, but hey ho, let's go. So there's our little planes. We've got block planes, we've got all sorts of types of planes available, but do we really look after them? If we're working on site at the end of the day,